Septima Poinsette Clark, Educator for the Civil Rights Movement, by Carolline Formyduvall. Present time shows how much the acts of Septima Clark have helped to improve how we live and think today. One word I would use to describe Septima would be leader and achiever, because she definitely takes on both of those roles. She has fought for the rights of others and has contributed a lot to education, no matter if it's teaching someone how to read or fighting for the equal pay of teachers. Her hard work has paid off and improved the society we live in today and how people are treated. Septima was a big part of the civil rights movement in South Carolina, and her teachings has helped African Americans to stand up to the people against them and gain freedom. Septima citizenship schools have improved their education and prepared them for society. Septima created citizenship schools to help African Americans who did not receive an education or can't go to a public school. She has helped her students achieve many things. Septima schools have taught African Americans how to read, sign their name, and how to vote. They also learned about the U.S. Constitution and how the government works. They were taught to prove that African Americans to do something in the society as well as being well-educated citizens. Septima, along with others, changed education for African Americans and gave them another chance to learn. Septima taught over 10,000 African Americans at her citizenship schools. Many well-known activists attended her many workshops held at Highlander Folk School. Well-known civil rights activists such as Rosa Parks visited some of her workshops. Her teachings led many people to great success. Septima, through her citizenship schools, helped to go against the racial roles and discrimination by showing that African Americans can get a good education and become a formal part of society. Septima was a great leader during the civil rights movement and stood up to a lot of things, mostly directed towards education and the equal rights for African American teachers. In 1945, Septima prepared a court case that forced the Columbia public school system to make black and white teachers' pays equal. She was a big leader in education, always made an effort to help others who were not privileged with it. She also spent most of her time fighting for women's rights. Septima was a big help in the involvement of giving equal rights, and she always fought for what she believed in, even though it sometimes resulted negatively. While traveling to do work for the civil rights movement, Septima risked a lot of things when being in areas where what she did was hated upon. Even knowing what she did was risky, Septima continued to stand her place as a civil rights activist. Septima worked with the YWCA in Charleston as a part of a committee on race relations. She also collected signatures in Charleston to get the city to hire African American teachers. Even after losing her job for being a member of the NAACP, she kept fighting for the equal rights of others. Her work with many committees that work to help give education to African Americans has shown how involved she was in the movement and how much she strived to help others. She only did what she thought was right for the people, and overall she was doing the right thing for the people of South Carolina. Septima Clark's work in South Carolina benefited the outcome of the civil rights movement and positively changed how things were in South Carolina, from racial discrimination to citizenship for most. Septima Poinsette Clark did a lot for the civil rights movement in South Carolina. There were also other people who achieved more than her. A lot of the civil rights activists were able to do a lot more for segregation and equal rights for African Americans. However, Septima has done a lot for the civil rights movement in the state of South Carolina. She may not have been as recognized as the other activists, but she has done as much as they have and has made as big as an impact. With her great involvement, Septima Clark greatly impacted the positive outcomes of the civil rights movement in South Carolina and assured the freedoms of education, African Americans, and women. Septima Poinsette Clark proved to be an outstanding woman with her work during the civil rights movement, and her many achievements have benefited the movement and the people around her looking for freedom and equal rights. Her goal with her work was to help people achieve equality, and that is exactly what happened. The civil rights movement had many great participants and activists fighting for the rights and improving the lives of U.S. citizens. Septima has proved to be a very important part of the civil rights movement. The many things that Septima has achieved and accomplished has come to show that she is a very important part of the civil rights movement in South Carolina.